What's going on?
You're
Hey man. Hey man.
what up,
It's
man?
4 weeks out.
4 weeks out.
4 weeks out from the Newport Road Race Marathon, and 4 weeks out technically for Boston Marathon. So mine's on a Monday, yours is on Saturday. So you're a little less than 4 weeks out. Does it feel any different than how I feel? It's about the same.
It's about the same. It's still not like registered yet. It still just feel like we grinding.
Doesn't it feel crazy that it felt like it was like 10 weeks to go, like last week though.
Yeah,
Somewhere in here, like it just got randomly quick, like early. It's about to be here now.
yeah, yeah.
So 4 weeks out, man. So how you feeling, man? Just talk to me about that real quick, cause yeah, let's talk about how you feeling, and I'll talk about how I'm feeling.
All right, I'll talk about how I'm feeling. Uh, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling rested. I'm feeling recovered because of you can
Because of you can.
because of you can because you skipped the pre
Well,
read.
I mean, I did. My bad. So yeah, because like let's rewind this for one quick second.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm glad you feel really great, and I'm sure it has a lot to do with UCAN. Did you guys know that UCAN is a sponsor of the PR project? UCAN is a one of the top fueling companies out there right now. Um, I feel like it's on the rise. Like you see it everywhere now. But anyway, so thank you so much, UCAN, for sponsoring these episodes and the PR project as a whole. UCAN is a sports nutrition product filled with a lot of sports nutrition products are filled with sugar and caffeine, which is all great until you crash. No one wants to crash during a workout or just during your day at all. I love caffeine, but I got to give it a rest and just go with the natural superstarch that they have in these products. It's a nice, clean, smooth, lasting energy throughout the workout. More and more people have been seeing us use them, and I feel like I've been seeing more of these things pop up all around, which is great. They got the pre run, which is called Energy. Mix it with some water. Do it about an hour or so before you run, and then they have these pouches that you can do right before you run, during the run, after the run if you want, and then they have the Energy plus protein. We go plant protein, Energy plus plant protein for after the run. I like the fact that they have energy in it though, because after some of these runs, you need that extra boost to continue to be a normal person. Because we ain't pros out here.
Mm-hmm.
I got a job and kids and family and stuff. I got dogs. I got need energy.
You gotta
You
take
know what
them
I'm saying?
dogs to the cleaners or the groomers or
Groomer, yeah.
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
that.
that's a whole journey. But I've really become a fan of UCAN over the last, it feels like we just started this whole show. But
Man.
I've been a fan of it, and I've been really really looking forward to it. This will be the product that we will be using in Rhode Island and in Boston. So looking forward to it, man. It's been great. You too can own and use UCAN
You
for
can.
you can 20% off. Use our code PR Project to get 20% off your purchase. Whatever you put in the cart, fill it up. 20% off of that, and then also we'll throw a link in the notes of this show as well. So thanks, you can. Wait. Oh, I can do it. Wait, damn. There it is. You can.
You can.
Thank you. All right. So back to back to how you feeling. How you feel, man?
I'm feeling good. I think no, we didn't.
What?
So I was gonna say I think we touched on how last week's long run went, but we didn't because we streamed before
Oh,
the
before.
run.
Yeah.
So yeah,
What was last week's? I don't see. It's like,
we
what
got our
was last week?
we got our we got kind of humbled a little bit last week. Remember the two by
No.
five?
Oh,
Yeah,
no, I don't remember that.
the 2 by 5 mile on Sunday.
See, that's this. See,
You erased it from your memory.
this is what you got to learn as in
You gotta have
marathon
a short
training.
memory.
You got to be able to figure out how to just drop that, like leave that behind.
Yeah,
Wait. So
no,
we did two. Where were we at? What city? Tell me that.
we started at your house.
Oh, this is getting bad. Oh yeah, we went.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. That was okay. We got humbled. I think we didn't necessarily get humbled by the workout per se. I think we got humbled by the route choice that you did. Um, so I think that if you just pick better routes, I feel like we would be in a better position.
I mean, I feel like we had a route that wasn't what we did, but I ain't even gonna
Well,
get into detail about why we started at your house. But you know what I'm saying?
Well, okay, just for clarity, I picked the route. I designed the route. And I did ask. So the thing about the route is for people that, we're just like having this full conversation without saying anything. Uh, so the route was mostly flat to downhill on the way out, and then this 5-6 miles out, and then turn around and come back, and mostly uphill until flat again. And I kind of thought we both wanted that, like at the time of creating it, because like Boston is like kind of downhill on the way out, and then hills at the end. Yours is gonna be hilly, so I'm like, we might as well just mix it up. Train how you gonna race, that thing. And it was bad because there's no point in Boston or any of these races where it's just a constant uphill for 2-3 miles. It's just not. That's just not a thing. So maybe next time I'll be a little more like just there's no point in doing that.
Yeah, and not to mention, it wasn't just the hills that killed us.
Yeah.
It was the fact that we was running into like 20-mile-an-hour wind gusts.
Yeah, that was the windy day. I mean, and it was bad. But it was just all like just together, like those two together on a day where you're towards the end of a training block. You're 5 weeks out. Legs are trash. Like, so what? I mean, I don't know what we expected at that moment. But
I don't know. But whatever we expected then is what I got today, because today was a very good workout. So
yeah.
I kind of
a little bit. Yeah. So yes, we did that. How was so today was another 20. You had 20. We had 22 weeks ago. Then you had 20 today. How was the 20 miles for you today?
20 miles for me today was nice. I did not fall victim to the same thing as we did last time, because we ran in Ferndale through Detroit. And if you are familiar with the southeastern Michigan area, the closer you get to Detroit, the much more flat the topography is. Yeah. So I think we had like 200 feet of gain total today over 20 miles, which is like next to nothing. So, I mean, we just floated. We just hung out. We talked about a bunch of stuff. Yeah. I was with the homies. Unfortunately, you weren't able to make it out, but I was with the other homies, and man, it was just cool. We threw in some quality at the end. 3 miles at goal marathon pace. Yeah. Man, it was good. Couldn't ask for a better day. 45 degrees and sunny is like a runner's dream. So
yeah, I mean that's all you want. That's what you want in life is 45 degrees and sunny. Like you can't.
But something weird happened today that I've never had happen to me before.
What's this?
It's like my eyes was just like dried out the whole time because it was like a breeze.
Yeah.
Running into a breeze, and like my eyes are still like kind of cooked.
It's like straight bugging.
Yeah, it's just like, man, like what's going on? Like I can't tell if I'm sleepy or if like my eyes just want to be shut.
Yeah, you look like you're ready. You could just go to sleep on me right now.
I for sure could use a nap, but I haven't ice bath yet or anything. So
yeah. You gotta get you off this call and into the ice bath ASAP. Yeah, but So but other than that, you had a great day. Obviously, legs felt good, ready to go. And you did mention that I didn't make it to the run. Yeah. So I'll just jump right into it. So we had a workout on. So before the workout on Wednesday, felt a little tightness in my right Achilles, which is like mildly normal. I mean, I guess like for something like this. So I just kind of tried to work on it. Foam roll it, stuff like that. And then the workout on Wednesday was the Tired Hills workout. So it was 45 minutes easy, and then 5 times 4 minute uphill, recover down the hill. Yeah. So at marathon pace. So it was a heavy lifting type of day. I feel like I was doing well. Everything was going well. Like all 5 of the reps were just up the hill. It was great. And the last rep though, like just trying to crest like that last hill that we were at, like I felt the twinge like go from Achilles to like calf muscle like shot up, and I'm like, all right, finished it. I finished anyway because it was just like a quick thing, and then when I stopped, it was hard for me to like get back going. So ended up cruising back to the car, like ended up running back to the car, but I just didn't feel like it was right or a good idea for me to try to test it anymore, because I've run on silly stuff before where it was like a pain level that I should have just listened to and then just backed off. But trying to learn from like past mistakes, and the one time I was out for like 3 months or 2 months or whatever because of something that was warning me for a long time. So I figure with 4.5 at the time weeks away from goal race, I figured it'd be better if I just like chill out, sit back, take a couple days off, take Thursday off, then Friday, and then try Saturday, which was yesterday. Ran yesterday on the treadmill for like 4 miles and got to 4 miles and felt that like quick little pain again. So I felt like it was getting better, but maybe I just came back a day or two too early. So just gonna decided to skip the run today. I'm gonna probably skip Monday, Tuesday, see where we at Wednesday, just see how I feel, and then just definitely not do a workout, but just kind of figure out whether either I run short or I just don't run Wednesday and then just get back to it Thursday. But I talked to my coach, and she's like, like you've put in 15, 16 weeks and more, of base leading into this, and every workout's been right where it needs to be, no matter how I felt in it. Like I was still doing the workout well. Everything's been fine, so for like one hiccup and a few days off, obviously it's crunch time, like where you want to be out there, but you're not gonna lose fitness and and just lose all all those miles and all that work that you put in. So basically just gonna ride it out, see what it's like. Hopefully, like in 2-3 days, and the one thing that I kind of wanted to talk about here was the concept of like, she was all the time that you spend running, at this point, all the time you're spending on running, spend it on recovery.
Yeah.
Do all that stuff. Don't just sit back and do nothing, but like do all the stuff. Put ice on it. Do heat. Try the massage gun. Try the foam roll. Try everything, because you don't know what's gonna actually make it better. But you want to do all of it and spend enough time doing those things like stretching and making sure you're giving yourself the best opportunity. So that's what I'm gonna do. Next few days, just go crazy with the recovery and trying to figure out how to make it feel better. And then, just keep going. I've been eating like crazy though.
I mean, you got to get your calories in order for you, to really take full advantage of that recovery. So, eat everything you want, eat everything you need. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
We're not holding that against you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, I mean, the crazy thing was like, I just felt, that's what the upsetting part is. I felt so good. Even on Wednesday, I felt amazing. Like, like the hills, they got rough, but like I just felt solid. You know what I'm saying? And the heart rate was, everything was great. And I'm like, I was just ready for this 20 miler, and then ready for the stuff we got coming. So it was just like, we just got to figure it out. So I was gonna keep on trucking, keep on pushing, man.
That's all you can do, man. And I'm sending healing energy, bro, because it's killing me to not have you out there. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but I've been here before. There's been times where I've been cooked, I've been overtrained, I've been whatever, under recovery, whatever you want to call it, injured, all of these things. And like the last thing you really want to do is see your friends still going crazy.
I know.
It's not jealousy, but
it is a little bit.
Man, like it's like when you're on punishment when you were a kid and you just looking out the front door, and all your friends out there having the greatest times of their lives.
Yeah.
And you just sitting there and you try to like play the sob story to your parents, like, don't you think I've been in the house long enough? Like, like you try to play it.
Pretty good, But like the thing, like I agree with that part of what you're saying, but like I gotta rewind a little bit. Like, no, it'd be jealousy, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm jealous all the way. Like it's not like, oh, y'all having your best time of your life, I'd like to be there with y'all. Like I don't even want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like I blocked all y'all stories, I don't want to see like random story that pop up. You know what I'm saying? It's just no, I'm just petty. So it is what it is. It's not unhealthy. It's just petty.
So you call a spade a spade.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But no, for real. Like it was like, I went to Strava, saw how everybody did. I'm like, like it, all that stuff. So it's dope. And I'll be back. And I'm glad I caught it when I did and didn't do anything crazy. But I'm just hoping that the worst case scenario is 4 days, and then we'll go from there. And
I feel like that's a certain level of maturity in training and just being here before and knowing the signs and not allowing your ego to like make you feel like you got to push through it or feel like that you know what I'm saying, that you're less worth it if you're not doing every run that's on your calendar and all of that. So just having the presence of mind to say, let me take a few days off. It'll work out for the greater good. So
yeah.
salute to your awareness.
Yeah, man. I mean, like it's because you mean, but then the one thing that kept playing in my head was like I always hear at like professional athletes say, or professional runners say that, like, yeah, I dealt with some things going into the race that I kind of I didn't hit the mileage I wanted to or whatever, but I
What up, Joe?
What up, Joe? How you doing, Joe? What up, goons? But like you always hear like professional runners say like that they had an issue. Bless you. They had an issue.
Thank you.
Yeah, you out here going crazy.
Man.
They had an issue towards the end of a block, and they end up working out, and they end up going, doing well. Like you always hear something. And I thought about like there's no way that like maybe it didn't happen this time or whatever next time, but there's no way that you can put up as many miles that we put up without having like some issue somewhere in there. And if you don't, this one, there's highly likely that you may have a little something the next time. But you just try your best to learn from each one of them because that's the thing. Like I could have learned, I probably could have been doing more beforehand and try to like stay, fend it off a little bit. But, now that we're here, like learn from the time when I didn't stop and I should have stopped, dead in my tracks, but I didn't. So like, that's the thing about like training and life and all that is like, you got to figure out a way to learn from the mistakes. Cause a lot of times like runners we'll go through this big thing, and sit down for weeks. And then like you jump back into it and then you go do the same thing.
The exact same thing. You just fall right back into the same routine. Like I'm not going foam roll. I'm just gonna be stupid as usual.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you gotta be able to like it's just like life, bro. You gotta be able to learn from your mistakes. But also you have to be able to learn from the mistakes of others too. So it's just like, let me make sure I'm on top of my thing.
Yeah.
And you gotta have the security within yourself to be like, okay, this probably isn't smart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As much as I want to do this, as much as I really feel like this is gonna help me, I gotta be smart. I gotta take a step back and kind of humble myself and say, let me take a couple of days off. Let me stay on top of my recovery. Let me stay on top of my strength training, my mobility work, all of that stuff, because it's all a part of the process. We get caught up in thinking like, as long as I'm putting in the miles, I'm good. But it's like, nah, we talked about it a few episodes ago, the marginal things, the ancillary things that you want to get in. You gotta stay on top of that because those are the things that keep you out there and keep you healthy. And there's nothing like consistency. There's nothing like staying healthy and being able to put the work in. So if you aren't able to do the work, it kind of negates everything else. So you want to make sure you're. What do they say? The best
part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
That's exactly what I was thinking about. No, they say that the best something is availability. I can't think of the word. The best. Whatever.
I'm not even gonna try to help you.
Yeah, that's crazy. But basically they said, you know what I'm saying? The person that come to work every day is better than the person that do their job good but only come sometimes.
Got you.
You feel me?
You. Yeah. Like if I'm only able to crush like one workout every 2 weeks, that's not as good as being able to pop off every day a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 1% every day.
Yeah, 1% better. But yeah, so hopefully in a few days I'll be back and this will all be behind us. Alexis says, thank you. Hey Alexis, how you doing? Kids sleep. We missed you last week. Sorry we had to do it early. I once ran on a bad ankle until I had to take a month off. I'll never be that stubborn again. It's like you just gotta.
That's runners, man. We're type A personalities. We want to just smash.
Like, because I mean, the thing about it really is like this is all just like trial and error and experience. Because like because everybody deals with like little like pains, but you just don't know like what level you need to stop at, like. But I've heard some people say like if it's a 6 or a 7, like you really need to think about it. If it's a 1 or a 2 or a 3 or 4, you're probably good. It's probably gonna go away. It's probably just a couple of day thing or whatever.
Yeah.
But if it's like above that, then you gotta really think long and hard about it. And if it's something that would change your gait or your stride,
if you feel
no matter how strong you think you are, if you even feel like you hobbling a little bit, like that's probably where this came from. Because I had a little thing on the other side that I was just running through. but I thought it was fine. But I'm sure that I was loading a little bit more on my right leg.
Have you been using your Coros Pod?
No. All right.
I don't know if I
Next
mentioned it, but I was having some issues with my calf after I almost took a spill on that easy run a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like my foot kind of gave out from under me because I stepped on some mud, and I stabilized myself, but then I stepped again, and it was like Allen Iverson hit me with the second crossover because I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't fall. I didn't touch earth. You feel me?
So you was out here writing to the NBA talking about that's a carry.
You feel me? Look, this is unacceptable. I'm not gonna take this anymore. But no, so I slipped up, you know what I'm saying? They caught me slipping, and I was my calf, I thought like, man, this is about to be the bane of my existence until race day.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like, okay, I'm gonna take a day off. If it gets any worse, I'm gonna take a day off.
Yeah.
But I was babying it. I was, you know what I'm saying? I was just like putting in work. And it got a little better the next day, and then a little better the next day, and then I made it to the rest day, and then I came out of the rest day and it didn't hurt anymore. And I'm just like, perfect. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like pain, but it was there. It was like a 2 out of a 10. So knowing what you can push through and what you can't is ideal. But the reason I asked you about the Coros Pod is because I was looking at my data after the run, and I'm like, okay, am I favoring on one side or the other? Not saying it's a perfect indicator or anything like that.
No, but it would have been, I guarantee, like now that you said it, like as soon as you asked me, I was like, on to the next one. Because like, it would have, you know, it would have been a little more, even if it's a slight difference of like what it's always been, it's going to be a little bit more. And that's why, like, you know, we have these watches, we have all this data, we got Stride, and you got the Coros Pod, and you got this and that. But sometimes it seems like, oh, it's just too much information. I don't need all that. You don't really need any of it. Like I've said before, like you don't need a smartwatch to run. It's not necessary. But all the information that it can give you, if you're paying attention to it, can kind of give you like warning signs of like maybe something to come or something you just need to work on. You know, because I could have been loading up on my right side all this time too much. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to pop this one up. Alexis, hold on. Alexis said, all the extra. Whoa.
I got you, bro. I got you. Just talk.
all the extra hill training has made my calves tight, leading into some other niggles. So I
grow up.
So I'm definitely taking extra preemptive care, right? So that's the thing. Like we've been doing a lot of hill work, you know, and you just don't think about it. You just feel like you're tired. You want to give them a rest, but you do have to work on the legs. You do have to figure some things out, stretch a little bit more. And like you said before, you gotta be aware but not affected. Be aware of the fact that you're, you know, logging a lot of hills and miles, and do the work to make sure that you are preemptive, like Alexis said.
Yeah, and Jeff says, listen to the body. I took a couple days off last week because of calf pain, then crushed a 20-mile run yesterday. That's what it's all about. It's about being able to know, like, this is what I need to do. I'm not gonna feel a way about it. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And when I'm back, I'm back. Cherry Bundy, shout out.
The top ain't even off.
That guy is a maniac drinking it with the top. Shout out to Young Scotty. I got my Coros today. You know what I'm saying? We pushing the propaganda. Shout out to Coros. We exploring perfection out here.
I got a question.
Gave away a gift card for Coros.
Yeah, we did
a few episodes ago. You know what I'm saying? Coros tapped in with the gang. You already know.
Yeah. We out here now. We out here. Alexis knows Jeff. No. Anyway, so I'm glad you're feeling good. I'm eating a lot. I'm planning on feeling good in a few days. I'll be back out there with you, brother. And,
for sure. Shout out to me. I ran my longest run today ever in life.
Yeah.
And distance PR for the week. I ran my most miles this week.
Would you do 82 miles?
No, 80 and a half.
80 and a half miles?
80.5. Yeah.
So, and then Alexis PR'd in her half last weekend, 135.10. Let's give a round of applause.
We gotta figure something out, bro. Like we gotta get like a bell or something.
Yeah. Is there a
like
bell?
some clappers or something? You know what I'm saying?
No bell?
PR bell or something. We got to figure it out because this is a big deal. This is not little things. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Everybody in the community, if y'all coming through with these PRs, we want to see it. We want to know about it. We want to champion your accomplishment because what if they say,
we got some music.
I hope this is royalty free.
That was Alexis. I don't know what that was, but it was for you.
Shout out to Alexis, PR and a half, 135.10. That is a big deal. You've never ran that fast over that distance ever in your life. That is a great accomplishment. Shout out to you. Hope to see more. Hope to see one in the marathon coming soon because I know you're training for a marathon. So I hope to see one in the marathon.
Big
soon.
deal. Big deal. That's dope. So congratulations, Alexis. More things to come for sure. And Scotty Lane says, "Congrats, Aaron, on your highest week and longest run of your life."
Thank you. Thank you so much.
The next time you say it's the longest run of my life, it's gonna be 26 point whatever that you add up because you random tangents odd, and you're gonna be super happy though. Okay, what we got next? We got. Oh, okay. Aaron, you out here, dog. So Vaz said,
"It's be a breeze."
Aaron, kudos. That low elevation was a breeze. It's finna be a breeze.
Because I climbed Ball Mountain yesterday.
Yeah, you did. You did.
That wasn't low elevation. That was a climb.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to have y'all pull up. We might have to have y'all pull up.
Wait. I ain't did it.
Nah, remember I told you like a couple, probably like 3 or 4. Like the last time you came out to my house, I'm like I was gonna have us go the way with this big hill, but I didn't do it.
Oh yeah.
That was the big hill I was talking about. It's like 2 miles from my crib.
Yeah, I'd rather can we just do it after Boston?
Yeah, it's fine. I don't think I'll ever do it again. Well, I don't think I'll do it again this training block.
This training block, yeah. Yeah, I mean, because honestly, right now, if I wouldn't say that, I'm not saying it's just because I'm on the lam right now, but like I feel like right now, like yeah, I know it's vegan lamb. So you gotta be we gotta be careful. You gotta be careful because you only got 2 weeks of like some tough training, to close this thing out, and then taper is gonna be the weirdest taper ever because this is like the most mileage and all that stuff ever.
Nasty man.
So like you got 4 weeks of weirdness, right? So like no point in doing nothing crazy. I
only did like 2,600 feet of elevation this week. That's not crazy.
I mean, that's like the high. This is the highest. You act like we've done 3,000. That's the highest it's gone. Not that that's a lot, but it is for us. So it's gotta be real, man. Gotta be real with yourself. Okay, hey, let's just talk about that real quick. Can you hold that for a second? No. So this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is a sticker that Aaron has on this hydration container, and it is his brand, Exercising Demons, and you can't buy that thing that he has in his hand, but he does have hats and he has socks coming out. I don't want to show you because I want them to be on my feet before that happens. And Aaron gave me a look like, nope, this is non-disclosure agreement. You ain't supposed to say that. But yeah, everybody, go to Aaron's page, go to Exercising Demons, follow, support. He's got some dope stuff coming. So yeah, that's dope. And one thing I want to talk about with kind of piggyback off of Alexis's PR. Let's talk about 2 PRs that we know of for sure today that meant a lot, and I think I feel like you guys would agree why it means so much. So today, Erica Stanley Doughton ran her PR in the half marathon. She ran 122.26, and she said it was by a lot. She hasn't run a half marathon in quite some time. But she's run full marathons and all that stuff lately as well. But she ran 122.26 as she's preparing to go to Boston. I'm talking about she's at 80, 90 miles a week for the last how many ever weeks, and she's still putting up good time. Her pace today was 6:18 average pace over 13.1 miles in New York for the New York City half marathon, right? Burning up. And then secondly, we have Dyra Hansen. She was originally from Tennessee area, running with 615. Now she's up in DC or Virginia area or Baltimore area. She just ran 2:59.13 in the full marathon for her first full marathon ever, right? And she's run like 125, I think, in the half or something like that. But to go out there on a day like today to put up a 2:59.13 is super, super dope. But the other part of this that I just kind of wanted to touch on really quick was with her doing that today, Daira, she's like number 22 or 23 on the Black American born women list of marathons forever. Like 23. Like she's the 23rd person to get under women to get under 3 hours.
That's
like
heavy.
that's heavy. It's super impressive, but then it's also like, dang, that got to change. Like we got to figure out how to change that. That's not even a narrative. That's a thing.
Yeah.
We got to figure it like that out because there's so many, especially with clubs like We Run 313 and all the clubs that's popping up everywhere that been around, like Black Roses. Black Roses are really pushing that, and they've got 2 people I think that's on that list as well. But that's got to change, man, because now I'm seeing so many Black women coming up and just running crazy times and really working out, throwing up crazy miles every week. So hats off to y'all for doing that today, and it's super dope and it's super duper inspiring. I almost went to go run today, but I got reminded quickly when I got up off the couch to not do that.
Yeah,
but
they definitely inspired me on my run today. Shout out to Black women, man. Nothing better than that.
Yeah, man.
10 of 10. Would recommend.
10 would recommend. That actually rhymes. Good job there, Aaron.
Thank you.
All right, man. What we doing? Oh, Baldwin.
Congratulations to you all. Don't mind me. I'm a supporter on the sideline. Proud of Ace. Ace is my nickname. Shout out.
Everybody's name. Everybody's name that starts with an A. Nickname Ace somewhere.
When you playing cards, bro, you throw that smack. That Ace of Spades, smack. Oh, you thought you was about to win? Smack. Unless they hit you with that big joker, and then you be like, all right, do that.
Yeah, then you did all that for nothing. You
had to do that, dog.
You got the ace spinning on that little card table for no reason.
Like a Beyblade. That much just
right. Yeah. All right. Well, let's jump into this showcase real quick.
Let's do it.
So, real quick too, I want to say big shout out because we're getting towards the end of this show. I mean, we got 4 more episodes technically. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we're gonna do one after. So we got 4 more episodes. But shout out to all the companies that kind of saw this vision of the show happening and tapped in early, some in the middle, some just recently, but no proof of concept, just the fact that it's 2 Black guys that's working towards their PRs and just had a cool idea to do this show. We hope to continue to do this show for however long we can, as long as people are tapping in and supporting and all that stuff. So shout out to the brands who they didn't risk much because they do this all day, but they rocked with us and it helped. So appreciate the brands. And so any shoe that you've seen pop up on the show, the brands believed and tapped into our little small community here. So thanks so much to them.
And we're still building. And shout out to our supporters, shout out to our community, because without y'all, we wouldn't be able to do this, and we wouldn't really have to do this, because if y'all not watching, then why would we do it? So y'all make the show what it is. So we appreciate y'all so much. But we about to jump to the showcase because that's what a lot of people are here for. Yeah. So
I don't think so.
I'll start.
Do it.
So first up on the list for the showcase this week is the ASICS Gel Cumulus 24. Yeah. This is a neutral everyday trainer. Mm-hmm. Not a lot of bells and whistles on this guy right here. Pretty much the shoe that you could just probably like show up to a store, either a run specialty store, but even just like a regular sporting goods store, and you'll be able to find a shoe similar or a shoe or this exact shoe. I don't know if the 24 is out yet, but I know the 23 is, and obviously if it has 23 iterations, it must be something good. So I took this out for 12 miles solo since Tommy didn't come with and run on Thursday. But man, I was pleasantly surprised by this shoe. Yeah. I don't know what took me so long, but ASICS, man, shout out to ASICS, man. I haven't had a bad experience in a pair of ASICS running as of yet. Like everything is right on the money, is where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Specifically with this one, I think this is probably. It felt like the lightest ASIC shoe I have. Maybe not as light as the Metaspeed because obviously that's like
Metaspeed.
But
it's light. Is they lighter than the Gel Nimbus?
Lighter than the Nimbus, lighter than the Nova Blast, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely think lighter than Nova Blast. Yeah.
Yeah, but just a solid just I'm a sucker for a daily trainer, bro. So this is if I like this is one of those shoes. If somebody's just getting into running, I would be like, go grab a pair of Cumulus 24s and just wear them until you don't like them anymore because it's nice plush ride. It reminds me of the Nimbus, but it's funny because like I was like loving the Nimbus, but I think I might like this more.
What's the difference?
It's not as squishy. So it's like it's not. It doesn't have a lot of pop, obviously, because it's not a speed shoe. But it's just like I didn't have any like pain points. I didn't have any hot spots. It was just along for the ride. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's like so like one of the things that like you talked about ASICS does a really good job. One of the things that I kind of when I was able to go out there and kind of and be around the crew a little bit, they work a lot to build an intuitive feeling shoe. You know, like you don't want to I've never put on a pair of ASICS shoes and felt like it didn't belong, like it wasn't part of the process. You know, like it wasn't like I wasn't along for the ride. It was along for the ride with me. You know, and like I honestly, bro, like hands down, I think that from a running brand standpoint, I think that their lineup is the best lineup of like any running brand that I haven't had this many of any other shoes, but there's from what people say, like I've never heard anybody complain about an ASICS shoe.
So I would say if you have the Nimbus, then you probably don't need this. It's kind of redundant. It's kind of It's so like you pick which one you like and like stick with that because you probably don't need both of them in your rotation. But man, the upper is nice. I think it has a little more padding around the heel area. But no rubbing, nothing crazy. Laces are good, tongue solid. It was just a good experience. And I went out to run 12 miles and I kind of realized like early on, I'm like, I usually like if I run more than 10 miles, I usually wear a carbon fiber plated shoe. Like I wore something with a higher stack height just because I'm gonna be out there for a little bit and I want to make sure that I'm not like killing myself. But man, like up and down the hills of Rochester, I was good, bro. Like no problems. Like I really like this, and I'm sure that I'll do a lot of work. And I'm sure this is gonna be a shoe that I pull out a lot when I'm not like in training mode. So like in the off season, this is a cool shoe just to kick on and just be like, let me go knock out 4 miles, let me go knock out 6 miles. This is shout out to ASICS, another hit. Like they just all hits, no misses. Gel Cumulus 24. And I don't know why Tommy just put me up on this, but I'm like, this is Cumulus. It's like the cloud. And then he was like, and Nimbus is a cloud too. And I'm just like, I don't know. I must have missed school that day or something.
I mean, I'm not 1,000% sure that Nimbus is a cloud, but I think it is though.
Did I just expose you out here?
I mean, you might have, but as long as you believed it. So I'm not really. If you believed it and it's wrong, and I said it, I'm not necessarily the dummy.
Nimbus is definitely a cloud. Cumulus might not be a cloud.
Sounds like
a cloud, for sure.
Okay, but these clouds is made of gel. That's the only
difference. So Cumulus clouds are puffy clouds that sometimes look like pieces of floating cotton. This felt like a piece of floating cotton in these.
So okay, well, what's the let's do some. What's the Nimbus? What's that mean? What's that?
A Nimbus cloud. Y'all getting it? Like
y'all didn't even know y'all was coming here for class.
Nimbus mean it got rain in it. It's about to rain. You know what I'm saying? It has precipitation inside of the cloud.
The only
dark
miss
gray usually produces continuous rain, snow, or sleet.
Only miss so far the ASICS was on with was that name.
No, because Nimbus, you bring in the rain. You bring in the rain. You know what I'm saying? You like, look, I'm putting this on.
You are positive. You are positive today, sir.
I'm always positive. Shout out Magic Johnson.
All right. So, real quick, I'll bring up the next shoe before we get canceled. Bow. Clifton 8. Is this the 8?
That's the 8.
Yeah, because the mock is a 4 or 5. Yeah. Anyway, so Clifton 8. I rocked these last week, or this week, and these are just great shoes.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think everybody's heard of these before. Clifton is definitely. I didn't think that I'd like them because they're so big and kind of bulky looking. Yeah. But so they're surprisingly light. I love everything about them. I think I've put maybe like 60 miles on these so far, and that's a lot considering the amount of shoes that we're trying to fit in here. But these are great shoes, real bouncy, very protective. I mean, you feel like you're driving in, how like you when you're driving through traffic and you're like in a big body like Cadillac or something like that. The old school boys, not the new ones, like the old school boys, like the ones that
like Dakotas in that thing.
Yeah, like if anything hits you or you hit anything, you fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? You might just keep going because you didn't know it was that. You thought maybe it was a pothole. This is this. This is this shoe. This is the comparison. Real fun, easy ride. But I don't even know the cost of these. I mean, Hokas are always pretty good on price wise. I think these probably maybe like 140, 150. If you could fact check me on that one. But these are really great shoes. Clifton 8.
Yes, you can get them right now for $140 US. So yeah,
US dollars. So if you're in another country, you can just do the conversion rate yourself. But
I got 50 miles on mine already, so that kind of shows you that it's one of those shoes that's in your rotation that you'll be like, yeah, I'll get those. I'll wear those today.
Yeah, it's like I reach for these every time. It's like a rough day, feeling a little crazy, legs tired, go for these because you will make it through the ride for sure. All right, next shoe. Actually, let's introduce that a little differently. So, the next shoe that's. Oh, you want to talk about yours?
Oh, you was about to do yours again?
No, I'm just saying the shoe that we're about to bring up. We're both about to lift the same shoe.
Oh no, I'm doing my two, and you gonna do your two.
Fine, do yours, man.
Playing with me, dog.
All right, go ahead.
But no, these shoes actually are brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
they come from the same household.
Okay, go ahead.
They are of the same family. Okay. They are of the same designer.
Oh, you switched it up last minute. That's what you play. You out here playing.
No, I told you this, man. You just don't be listening.
Oh, okay. I wasn't listening. Go ahead.
That's all it was. Whoop. So this might look like the shoe that you thought we were going to talk about.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit.
So this is the Asics Magic Speed. Yep. This is the partner or the sister shoe of the Asics Meta Speed. Mm-hmm. Man, this is a cool shoe. This is a fun shoe. I would say that. Like, this shoe made me feel really fast. This shoe made me feel like I'm still getting the hang of like this new setup. So this shoe, poppy, not like obnoxiously high stack.
Yep.
But fast.
Yep.
Responsive, quick off the ground. Pretty aggressive drop. I'm not exactly sure the number, but as you can see, the how high that heel stack is, but then it really thins out at the toe. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty aggressive, leaning you forward, which is I'm super cool with because I'm a 4-foot striker. So, yeah. And then you got, bam, FF Blast foam.
So the drop on that is 5 millimeters.
5 millimeter drop. Okay.
Yep.
So 5 millimeter drop on it. Fast shoe, fun shoe. Only issue I did have some rubbing on the heel counter, which is weird because we've had a bunch of we've ran in a bunch of shoes that people had that problem with, and I've never had that problem. But for some reason, I had some issues with that. It might have been just like I got to dial in a lacing system, something like that. But I would say if you like, if you've raced in like regular shoes and not super shoes and you like the feeling of those, I think this would be like a good way to transition into super shoes because it doesn't feel like a totally different experience. It's a familiar feeling, but it does give you some of the benefits and some of the fun of a super shoe. So A6 Magic Speed. I like it. I'm gonna take it out. I think it's probably best suited for tempos, quicker tempos. Maybe not a marathon shoe, but I could see like a 5K knees or like some K repeats, mile repeats. Just when you got to get some turnover in, I could absolutely see these doing the job. So shout out to ASICS, Magic Speed. They're magic.
Yeah, I've done easy runs in those. I've done tempos. One place that I feel like they shine a bit is like if you got like a track day and you trying to, but you want a little help because it does have like a half plate or something like that in there or whatever. You do want some type of assistance. Yeah. They're great for that because the stack height isn't so high. They're not like, they're more stable than the typical super shoe. So I pulled out Magic Speeds when that was an issue. And then, or like you just want to feel, I mean, there is something that like, I like wearing, super shoes every now and then too, to kind of help out with the legs, but there's something to be said about like kind of taking it down a notch a little bit and actually working those muscles, those stabilized muscles, working those legs a little more. But yeah,
here's a positive of the ASICS Magic Speed. If you want a racing shoe that is reliable, that is quick, that will get you from the beginning to the end of the race in a quick fashion.
Yeah.
But you don't want to break the bank.
That's it.
The ASICS Magic Speed is only $150.
Yep.
That's unbelievably affordable for a super shoe. So
yeah, I mean, because I think it's in like the line of those like an Endorphin Speed too. Because they all have like a different type of plate in them in some way, but they're like the step down from the big shoe. So yeah, they did a good job. I feel like the second iteration, if they're gonna do another one, I think it'll probably be shaped a little different and maybe more towards like the FF Black or FF Turbo that the Metaspeeds have. So it kind of like be more of like a seamless transition, because that's what I think Saucony did really well, was all three of that, like that Endorphin line, all are kind of have the same like chassis type vibe to it, so you kind of get the same feel a little bit. But that's the only thing I think it was kind of like the sister shoe. It was like the stepsister shoe really to like the Metaspeeds guy, because they're so different, but they look alike. You know what I'm saying? I think that the next one, if they do one, will probably be incredible.
Yeah. And I mean, we're still super early in the life cycle of super shoes, so they're only getting better, and they're probably. I'm not gonna say that because but I was gonna say they're only getting more affordable, but I don't think so.
No, I think they're gonna go up.
It's probably well, I mean, but secondary, tertiary super shoes will probably be a little more affordable. They'll be a little more in the budget category, just because they are a little more easily produced than they were when
they'll start using more of that technology in like the lower. The lower models of shoes that they have. So it'll just help bring everything up, and they'll still just charge you $250, $275 for the other ones, although they're probably made damn near the same. But so yeah, next shoe, my shoe. Where's the little thing? There I go.
Wait, so before you get into that shoe, this is actually a PR project announcement.
Announcement.
Breaking news.
I must say you gotta do the echo. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's do something a little different here. So, all right, hold on.
You can't keep the people waiting.
Oh, you can't?
No, you can't say hold on. This is like internet gaming, bro. You can't pause it. They still gonna shoot you.
Yeah, I don't like that about internet gaming. Like my kids are real weird now.
Yeah, because you be like, pause that game. This is not.
They can't.
It's not NBA Jam. They can't. They can't say timeout. Don't shoot me. No. I'm sending you to the gulag. I don't care if you 11, bro.
2 weeks ago, I went and turned off my son's PlayStation while he was playing, because I thought it was just like, because I said pause the game, and then I came back. He's still going. I turned it off, and I didn't know that it was just like
ruined his rank. Like sometimes if your completion rate ain't right, like if you don't finish games, man, you can't even get in games. People look at you like you trash.
But so the lesson in this is not for me. The lesson is for him to say, "Hey, Dad, I'd like to pause this, but I can't." Like he needs you just verbalize what the issue is. You got to communicate.
But if you say that on the headset, they're gonna be like, "Look at him, his dad making him pause again." What?
They better find the mute button, man. Because I'm gonna do it again, and if you don't tell me. All right, so
I just told you, shout out to Thomas, man. I'm trying to keep his rank up, man. Can't be quitting games in the middle of games, bro.
Yeah, no, yeah, you can't do that. But yeah, I mean, just blame it on me. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But so here's the announcement: is we are obviously picked a race day shoe, and the race day shoe will be, drum roll, please. They already know what the shoe is. It is the Metaspeed Sky. This is the new colorway. We just got this last week. Thank you so much, AC. This is their third colorway so far. They had the red and the black, and then they had the other one that was kind of like pink and yellow-ish, like more like a sunrise. This is like a sunset, I guess. But this is the shoe we will be wearing in Rhode Island and in Boston. Thank you so much, ASICS. But I wore these on Wednesday, not these. I wore the black and red ones on Wednesday. If you've ever run in these, they are, like, when I first got into them, let's just talk about it. They are much different than like than a Vaporfly for sure. They look like they would be really bouncy and squishy, but they're not. They're much more firm and poppy. The more you run in them, like at the second or third time, you do get used to. I don't even know if they break down, but I think you more like get used to what's happening, because it's definitely a different feel for sure. But I will say that in races, I feel like to me, the more bouncy a shoe is sometimes for me, like especially when your legs start to get tired, to me, that I could feel myself doing more like just like trudging and landing hard and waiting for it to bounce back. This thing is just it's there. It's gonna kick you. It's gonna kick back every time you put your foot down, and I love that about them. And I hadn't worn them for a while because we've been going through so many shoes. Wore them on Wednesday, and I'm like just cruising up this hill, like, and they're loud, which is weird, but it was like helping me, because I was like tap, it's just like you were going. So love these shoes so much, and can't wait to lace these up in Boston and take them for a ride. So shout out to ASICS for hooking that up, and shout out to everybody who loves this shoe. And if you don't and you haven't tried them, try them out before you judge them. Let me talk about this real quick. Somebody went ham on ASICS on one of my posts or whatever. I'm like, yo, I don't even. What's all this energy for? Like, it was like, man, those are whack. I'm like, oh, all right, yeah. What are you running? Alphas? All right, okay. You know, it is alpha people. Yeah, okay. There's alpha people out here, which makes sense. And if you like alphas, you're not gonna like any other. You're not gonna like any other shoe, pretty much. But these are dope. Actually, I've seen a lot of people go from running alphas and like the fact that these are high stack height as well, because they don't look as high of a stack height, but once you put them on, you up there, and they're more stable.
Yeah, I'm like 6 feet in them right there.
Yeah. I can
dunk, you know.
Yeah, no, I can dunk in these for sure.
Yeah. They give you
power
like that.
They're much more rigid, but it's so perfect. I don't even know what to say.
I wore them on Wednesday for our workout, and I wore them for the 20 miler today. And yeah, man, it was like falling in love all over again, bro.
You wore the Metaspeed. You wore the Magic Speeds on Wednesday.
Wow, you're right. You're absolutely right.
You wore it, but
I wore the Metas today on my 20.
Yeah, and then you wore the Metas last Wednesday.
Last Sunday when I got humbled. Yeah, but it's just like, man, yeah, it's a great shoe, top tier. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really get better than the ASICS Metaspeed. So I can't wait. 4 weeks. I can't wait till race day to be able to lace those up. And you know what I'm saying? That colorway's sweet.
Yeah.
You're gonna be looking crazy because they super bright. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? I'm just passing people and they're like, oh my God, like look at those shoes. They're so bright. They're so, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Yes. And you're gonna hear me because like you said, they loud. That's kind of intimidating. So you gonna know. You're gonna know I'm coming by you.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Let's see what we got here. Let's talk about it. Here we go. So yeah, you know, Alexis, right towards the end of the episode, she gonna come with some real for you.
She come with the craziness.
I have Alpha Flies now, which I'll wear in Boston, but I definitely eyeing the Metaspeed for my next super shoe. I'll need a pair for Chicago. Just know, like, because I always tell people, if you're gonna go for these shoes, they don't feel like a Nike. Yeah. They just don't. And but
That's not bad. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, but the return is the same, or to me, just a little better sometimes.
Yeah.
At the end of the run, you won't feel like you did all this work, all that stuff, and go try them on, because they will feel a little different. The problem that most people have is in the toe box a little bit.
Yeah.
It seems like they may get a little close to the toe box, but go try them on if you can. And if you want to order them online, but try them on in person, do that, because you want to make sure you get the right size shoe. I've heard people just half size up from what they normally get.
Yeah.
Unless you're already one size up. Some people go full size, some people go half size. If you only go half size, you might want to think about going one full size.
Yeah.
No,
for sure.
That's the only warning. But these are dope. Try them out. Let me know how you like them.
For sure.
4 weeks out, man. Thanks so much, y'all, for watching. I can't wait, man. I can't wait to get back out there.
Can't wait to have you back, bro. Can't wait to see you back out there on the streets. I'm sure we'll be reconnecting this week, and we will get Miles in this week, and everything will be back to normal.
Yeah.
We're thinking positive. We're thinking good vibe.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be back out there.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I'm not too worried about it. And then a good thing is we've done a lot of work. So, if I did miss a week, I mean, you just got to roll with it and get out there and work,
Absolutely.
So, got to work. But thank you, everybody, for watching. Congratulations to all the people that have PR'd recently. Congratulations to all the people that ran the New York City half and then ran the LA Marathon and the Shamrock. Oh, it was a bunch of races this weekend. It's really good to see him back, because for a long time there, it was like, no races was going off. So it's really cool to have him back. And thanks for watching, y'all. Follow us on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Share it. Send it to a friend. All that stuff.
Aaron X Worldwide on Instagram. AARON XWORLDWIDE. Tommy, tell them your Instagram handle. You got all the followers already.
At Tommy Runs, TOMMIE_RUNZ. So Tommy _runs. Thanks so much. Follow us. We post a lot of the content on there as teasers and things like that, but then we'll also be posting the shoes that we're wearing on a day-to-day basis, so you don't have to wait till right now to see what we actually got going on. So if you see us say anything in the comments there, or post a picture of a shoe or something, you can get ready and be like, yo, I saw you did something on Wednesday that I got a question about. I want to bring you to the table on this. We can have full conversations in here. Thanks so much, guys. We out. Oh, I got to end it. Do it again. Bye.